Hello and welcome to the Saturday morning live stream where we talk about all things tech, covering smart home, Apple, Amazon, you name it. So thank you for being here, spending part of your Saturday here. I do want to give a shout out real quick to the channel members. I do want to thank you guys for your support. We do a member stream right before this one at 8:15 a.m. PDT. And every Saturday morning. So if you'd like to become a channel member and help support the stream, you can do that and join us. Today, I don't know what we're going to talk about. I didn't come prepared for school today, for work, whatever. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys. We're going to dive right into the chat, see what's going on. Let's start off first with Channel for Fans. Daily, hey, sorry, I see something was popping up. Let's see. Hey, Craig, I'm going away on a ferry to the Netherlands next week. I'll be traveling through 3 borders. Wow. France, Belgium, and the Netherlands, because I'm going to 2 theme parks in that week. I'm going to Dover and Calais. I don't know how to say it. And P&O. I'm so excited. Very cool. Wow. Yeah, you got a lot going on there. Oh, hey, good to see you, Bill, in there. Yep. Sorry, I won't respond right now. Very cool, man. You got a very busy next week. So enjoy that. Break time. Good morning in Phoenix. Beautiful day here, 75 degrees. I'm doing well. I hope you are too. William, good morning. Good afternoon. Nick, good morning to you. John, good morning. 50 degrees and rain in Texas, probably freezing tonight. Oh, well, stay warm, John. I kind of like the little chill going on instead of it all hot. David, one of our channel members. David, please consider joining Craig's membership. Exclusive videos that no one else will see, a Discord chat room, and more. Yes, thank you. And yeah, and the chat, the member streams, it's all about, you guys. If you ever need any tech support or you want to come and talk about any of this stuff, the Saturday streams are perfect for that. So it's a smaller group and yeah, we talk about more there. So definitely become a channel member. It'd be appreciated. Thank you, David, for that. And Bill's the man that helps keep us on track. I saw Bill yet last week. You had a Flat Stanley. I saw that going on Flat. The Musical Adventures of Flat Stanley. It reminded me of my daughter. Love that. Len, hey, good morning, Len. Welcome. And Alan, one of our channel members. Be good. He'll get you with the hammer if not. And I appreciate you for it, Alan. And John, good morning to you. Also one of our moderators. Let's see. Len, Vegas, 59 degrees right now. Probably 90 degrees. Hottest day I ever spent outside in Vegas was like 130 degrees outside of, I forget which hotel. Oh, the Rio Hotel by the pool. David Lee Roth was performing. It was pretty funny. Yeah, that was hot. But yeah, stay cool. Larry, happy Saturday to you. Only 4 likes on the video. Come on, everybody. Listen to Larry. Come on, click on the button. Let's see. That's it. I'm caught up in the chat. Oh yeah, we don't have a lot of people here today. I'm losing popularity, man. The show's jumped the shark. That's it. Len, 120 Fahrenheit was the record last year. Wow. Yeah, that's just so hot. And I 130, I'd exaggerate there, man. Yeah, I think we were probably in the teens. I was used to, growing up at we'd creep over 100. We probably got in that 115, 120. But yeah, that is, oh yeah, look, David, Elon selling X to XAI, still owns X. You know what, though? But yeah, it's interesting, though. It's, you look at that. Yeah, Elon cashed out with X. He just kind of moved it over. So it's no longer in his personal, on his personal side. It now goes to the company. And yeah, it's, when you have those kind of, when you own multiple companies, you never buy your own private jet and just you fly it. You rent it out to your friends. Duh. And their charities and everyone knows that. Let's see. AC is absolutely necessary. Oh, yeah. I think I need to just move to Nevada. I think I'm ready to come join you, Len. Get out of California. David, went through all my Lego sets earlier. My trash collectors won't like all the boxes. Yeah, we have David's a Lego man. I'm a Lego man. I got a little Lego channel on Discord, which I try to keep everyone up to date on it. William, I finally took the plunge and got two Aqara G5 PoE cameras. When it comes to a PoE internet search, do you recommend? And do you think it's better to put it the cameras? I've never done PoE cameras. The only thing I've used PoE for was for access points. I love the idea of PoE cameras, but currently my setup doesn't support it. I need to have a switch. Like if you want to use PoE cameras, PoE stands for Power over Ethernet. And what that allows you to do is to take your router, your modem, you run it into your router, and then your router, you put it into a switch that provides power over Ethernet. So in the case of Williams' two cameras, you can run 200-foot Ethernets. You run it through the attic, you pop out through a little hole on the side of the house, and boom, you now have a wired connection that provides you data and power in one, it actually gives you a lot. It gives you, continuous connection, where if you go with the Wi-Fi version, you have continuous power, which is great, but you don't have that hardwired data. So PoE is ideal. It's just, it's like there's another step in there, but that step is worth it if you're willing to get it set up. But I've never set up one PoE. The reason I've stuck with Wi-Fi is that cable needs to get out of my house somehow. And I'm like, I don't feel like going through the attic and finding a hole or trying to drill a hole. Then I'm like, we're going Wi-Fi. We'll take the chance. Let's see. Buddy's made 1 billion doing it. It's called horizontal integration, for real. That's the thing, man. Maybe Elon did some sort of exchange for tax deferring. Well, some of it is, I think his mouth wrote a check that his butt had to cash when he started running his mouth with Twitter. So he's kind of stuck buying the damn thing at one point. And now he got it out of his personal side, flipped over. It's like, whew, I got found a way to get it out from under me. So now it's the company's thing. And one of the things too, with that Twitter deal, part of the deal was the debt was taken on by XAI, because when Elon bought Twitter, it was 32 million in cash or something, 30 million in cash and 12 million in debt. The numbers are something like that. They're close to that. When he sold it, he's getting his cash back, but that debt is moving over to XAI. So essentially, he's washed his hands of that debt on any kind of personal level. It's now tied to a company. So that's the way I understand it. Ditching that debt. Not only do you get your money back, you now don't owe anyone. So spring break is starting in my area. I would guess other places too. People may be busy with families. Yeah, it's spring break starting. Not this week or not next weekend, but the following weekend I won't be here. We have spring break all next, not next week, but the following week. So I am taking that time off. I am disappearing. Wiring stuff sucks though. The wiring, that's one thing with the Aqara G5 Pro. And if you guys aren't familiar with this, it is Aqara's latest camera, indoor-outdoor camera. And it's one of my favorite cameras. I did make a video on it. They were on sale last week. I love it. It works with Apple Home. It works. I could save videos directly into my iCloud account. It actually picks up motion it picks up motion before it even does within the car app using Apple Home. Overall, it's been a great camera. I was going to buy a second one when they were on sale for $152, but buying another camera is a luxury expense, luxury item. It's not a necessity to go and spend. I'm like $150 right now. Do I want another camera? Or yeah. So I figured I would put that money towards tech I haven't used yet because I have some other cameras outside. But anyways, this is a great option. I'll put this down there if anybody wants to check it out. This is an affiliate link. If you use it, a couple percentage points go back to the channel at no additional cost to you. And if you click on that link and you decide to just shop and buy anything else, anything you buy within 24 hours, I get credit for that sale. And that works for any content creator. So for example, if you're here on Amazon, let's say if I just was here on the home page and I clicked get a link and I copied it, and then I took that and I pasted it right here into the chat, you would see that link. Now, if you clicked on that link, anything you purchased within the next 24 hours, couple percentage points goes back to channel and no additional cost to you. Now I can't ask you to bookmark it. I can't encourage you to use those links. I can't do any of that. That's against Amazon's terms of service. All I can do is tell you how these links work, that I earn a percentage from those links, and you do as you see fit with them. Personally, I have a creator that for years, I have their bookmark saved so that anytime I make a purchase, someone always gets credit for it. They always get credit for it. So any creator out there, not saying me, because I'm not allowed to encourage you to do that, but any creator, just pick a creator out there, someone you like, and just use their link to give them a couple percentage points. I'm not suggesting you use my link at all because I can't encourage you. I can only tell you how it works. That's how the terms of service are. Now you know how it works. You do as you see fit. So anyways, let's, John, I'm getting third reality devices that work on any platform and you only use a AA battery. They got all kinds of devices. Yeah, third reality is... are making more and more stuff that some of their stuff requires a Zigbee hub, but like John is saying, like these third reality sensors, you do need a Zigbee hub, but you end up with a sensor that you can just swap out batteries, and you're not necessarily tied to a specific platform. With something like this, you can go and take an existing Zigbee hub. I believe you can even pair these with Hue hubs. Do a little bit of research before you dive into that. But I believe Lawrence, was telling us that you can use the third reality stuff with the Philip Hue hub. But yeah, there's a lot of different Zigbee options there. And if you're not familiar with Zigbee, the reason Philip Hue stuff and Lutron, I think Lutron's Zigbee, but Philip Hue, everybody loves Philip Hue stuff and the reliability of it. That's all Zigbee. It's not Wi-Fi, it's Zigbee. It's those bulbs talking to a hub. So it's easy to be anti-hub, but the best devices in the smart home, for the smart home, usually require a hub. Like Lutron Cassetta are the best smart switches you're going to get. You got to buy a hub for them, but they're reliable as can be. So definitely don't be deterred by needing a hub. I mean, when I reset my Wi-Fi in my house, when I turned everything back on, all my smart switches came back on because the Lutron hub was hardwired in. All my Hue bulbs came on because hardwired in. And then 23 different Aqara devices came online because they're all connected to a hub. So I would say a total of 70 devices came online without touching Wi-Fi because of 3 different hubs. So now that's high. Let's say 50. 70 is a little excessive. So yeah, think about that when you're setting up your smart home. Going with things like third reality and a Zigbee hub, it definitely opens up more options for you that aren't tied to one ecosystem. David, there's one automation I'd love to see. If you have a camera inside a room that notices when a door opens for automations, no need for a door sensor then. You know what though? You could take advantage of the motion sensor on the camera itself. You know, take like the E1 camera that you were saying that you picked up. That, you know, you just let it let the motion sensor on it take advantage of it. Oh yeah, Devon, Easter's coming. Yep, it's sneaking up. I'm looking forward to spring break. A lot of relaxation. Looking forward to that. PoE is great and easy to set up. Yeah, it's PoE. I do appreciate it. I appreciate, because I had the whole Ubiquity setup at one point with access points, and it's work, you know, to run the cables and get them where it's at, but it's a lot easier to find a 100-foot Ethernet cable than it is a USB-C cable, because they don't have it. And yeah, exactly, same reason here. Easter, really late this year. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't, because it's after spring break for my kids. PoE is work putting in the wiring. Yeah, but once you have it in, yeah. William, hey Craig, it's really funny you actually say that, because since I got the PoE version, I'm actually going to have to run cables, and right now I think that's my biggest issue. That is the toughest part. It's running those cables is the worst part about it. But once you're up and going, you're not going to find a better way to connect. And billion. Sorry, Len, I lost where the billion's connected. John, next Tuesday I'm going to be 65 years old. Well, happy early birthday, John, and yeah, 65. Congratulations, man. And thank you for being here. I hope you have a great birthday. Any plans going on for you? David, EU now getting Apple Intelligence with the latest 18.4 iOS. Yes, so you guys know, with the latest Apple Home update, or with the 18.4 update, Apple Home gets vacuum support. So if you have a supported vacuum, I'll just throw this one up. iOS 18 adds robot vacuums to HomeKit. So right now, there's only so many supported models, but they have them listed, like this article. Some of the Roborock has it, EcoVac has some of theirs, and SwitchBot's S10 robot vacuum is now available. So if you have a newer robot vacuum and you're running an Apple Home, it might be worth seeing if you can enable Matter support, HomeKit, over Matter, I think. But this will allow you to pick your cleaning modes, send the vacuum to specific rooms, and a lot more control over it and scheduling. Len, my mom just turned 75 yesterday. She's awesome. Wow. Happy birthday to her. 75. Awesome, man. That's congratulations. David, EU sales on Teslas are now at a 70% low. You mean it's on sale? Tesla stock's on sale. Not financial, tax, investment advice, none of that. When it comes to things, I know some people get freaked out with stocks and stuff and them dropping and all of that. My big approach I've been taking is, where do you see these companies in 5 years, 10 years? Tesla's at a 70% low. Is Tesla going anywhere? No. Tesla's got the solar side. Tesla's now becoming the new gas station. Everybody's switching to their system. If they get the self-driving stuff down, that only becomes one more asset in there. If they end up getting the robotic side down. So there's one of those things that, Tesla, they're getting their butt handed to them now. The thing I'm looking at is someone who owns Tesla stock, and I'm still $90 away from my cost. So I bought it long time ago. That I see it now, I'm like, it's on sale. It's on sale. Just keep watching it go down and then jump in. NVIDIA, that's one that I'm just keeping my eye on, because that's another company is NVIDIA going away. Let's see, even the DeepSeek, one of the best new AI models out there, is all running on old NVIDIA hardware. So, the companies like this, you see the hit that they're taking right now with everything going on. And NVIDIA, I think they were at 180 a share a couple months ago, 150 at least. And then now they're at $90 a share. So I'm just like, it's on sale. So that's one of those things. Look for opportunity with some of this stuff. Tesla's at a 70% low, but no one's doing it better still. Everyone hates Elon, and I'm like, I don't want to even debate anyone's opinions on any of that. But from a car standpoint and what they make, no one's doing it better yet. So, and if someone does it better, then they deserve the chance to dethrone. Craig, is it better to set the G5 with Matter or Zigbee? Well, the G5, you don't have to set it up as Matter or Zigbee. Because it is a controller. It's not going to be connecting to anything. Now, what you want to do, this is something important, and this is something important with all these Matter and Thread border routers, because this stuff will jack up your home. It will mess up your home, and you'll go, why the hell did it all break on me? What can happen, and this is what happened with my Aqara M4, is the Aqara G5 Pro, the Aqara M4 Hub, both of those are Thread border routers. And by default, they create their own Thread network. And where the problem lies is when it creates its own Thread network, and then you go and add a device, and it adds to that Thread network instead, and things are split up. What you need to do with the Aqara G5 Pro camera is you go into the settings for that camera in the Aqara app, and you want to go, and this is just like, it's one of the important steps actually if you get this, because you want to go into the Aqara app, you want to select that camera, go under the settings for the camera, and then there's network information. Yes, network information. And then under network information, there's Thread network management. That's where you want to make sure that you are putting this camera, the G5, you want to change its Thread network to your existing Thread network. If not, it will create its own, and now you got multiple Thread networks happening. So you definitely want to go into the settings, look under network information, and scroll down to Thread. You're looking for a window like this. And I'm only mentioning this, sorry folks, because this is one of those things that if you are using one of these cameras, or you're using, this applies to basically all Thread border routers. You want to be able to go in and put them on the same network. So in this case, it's this network information screen is what you're looking for. And then you scroll down and there's a choice down there for Thread network management. And when you click on that, you'll see there's multiple Thread networks that have been created in my house. I only want this to live on my home. So things like that you got to pay attention to. Something else I recommend is download the NanoLeaf app. And the reason why, even if you don't have any NanoLeaf stuff. So here I have the NanoLeaf app. Under their settings, there's a Thread network option. And this here, come on, I don't need to see. This shows me my Thread network. And under my home, I can see all the devices that are there. This is where, under the NanoLeaf app, is where I discovered I had multiple Thread border routers. And that's where I saw my issues. So if you are dealing with Thread, it's a good thing to download. So now, for everybody who doesn't give a crap by all that, let's talk about some other stuff. So, David, Aqara G5 Pro, if you're within the UK or EU, there's a 32 gigabyte version. which is interesting because, like David said, it's 8 gigabytes elsewhere. And I don't know why they did that. If it's a matter of they're pushing cloud recording everywhere, except in the UK or EU, there's some condition they have to follow. I don't know. Len, I wasn't a huge EV fan, but now I would be willing to buy a Tesla based on principle. The one thing that no matter, let's just look at it from as a company standpoint. If you really are trying to support American-made products, it is the highest made American-made car. I think it's like 80% of a Tesla is American-made. You will never reach 100%, but it is the most American-made car, meaning that the most Americans are hired building that car. So take it for what it's worth. If it's a, you can't beat up the company for not supporting America. Beat up a company for any other reason you want, any other thoughts, but that alone, it is the most American-made car. So people should know that. Bookmark it. Like Alan says, I can't tell you to bookmark this link right here that I put in the chat before. I can't tell you that, but Alan can. Let's see. And thank you, Alan. I appreciate you, man. David, but the 32 gigabyte version is only available from a car's own website, not from Amazon, which is interesting. That's an interesting thing there, because I wonder if I wonder what the price difference is. I wonder if that's a reason why. Is like you'll find there's deals that you'll get on Amazon, on MacBook, on Apple products, but they don't sell they don't sell upper tier. Like you won't find any MacBook Airs with 1 terabyte of storage on Amazon. But they'll do it on anywhere else. So, and Alan said, use my link. I appreciate it. William to anyone in the chat, what are your thoughts with 18.4 in integration of adding smart vacuum and mops? And hey, look, I mentioned it. We got there. I got it before that. Let's see. Yeah, and I haven't been able to try it yet, William. I don't have a vacuum that supports it. I'll let you know if any of the ones I have can be updated. Len, the Echo can be used with Zigbee. And that's, if you have one of the supported Echoes, you can pair stuff directly to it. Like those third reality things we're looking at, you could connect them directly to, you could connect those directly to an Echo and use that as your hub. Also, third reality works with Matter now. Oh, they got more Matter stuff happening now? Cool. And Matter's an interesting one too. And this is one other thing I want to point out on the Matter side of things. If you're an Apple user, if you go under settings and under the general settings, there is the Matter accessories. Now, Matter accessories, right now, I only have 3 things set up as Matter accessories. Now, what will happen is if you go and try to install something, or let's say I went and I deleted this Govee Lite. If I deleted it out of Apple Home, let's say I try to reinstall it again and it just will not go in. Most likely under this Matter settings, that device is still in there. So you have to go in and delete devices in there. So if you're seeing extra stuff that's not supposed to be in there, it's like residual stuff left over from the initial install. So you might have deleted it from the Home app, you might have deleted it from the Govee app or whatever, but it's still living there as a Matter accessory left over. So you can go in there, you could hit edit, delete it, and then try doing a reinstall. But that was one of those things that bit me in the butt where I'm like, why can't I get this thing to reconnect? And then I found in there is it needed to be removed. Bill, nice thing about hubs is you don't have the extra load on your Wi-Fi from a bunch of devices, and they work with the internet down. Yeah, and that's a great point, is that yeah, you don't have to rely on an internet connection just to have a bulb turn on. It's just quicker response time. Keeping things local is nice. Z Stark, hey, good seeing you. I saw your name. I was like, wait, it's been a while. I like the new icon there, but good to see you, man. Welcome, V. Hi, just wondered, and V. Good to see you here, man. And V, I just wondered if you owned any shares in tech companies. Yes, my long-term investments are right now, I have Apple, I have Amazon, I have Google. Both of those I bought when they did their split. I have Nvidia. I bought some of that stuff. I got those when they were all low. I think in the 90s. Let's see, Tesla and Reddit was one I jumped on that did well. Yeah, so I got a little variety in there, and yeah, I think that's all my major ones there. So yeah, Apple, Tesla, Nvidia, Amazon, Google, Reddit. Yeah, I try to keep an eye out. Like one of those things, hey, if you're going to get Tesla, someone told me early on, you got to be prepared for that thing to lose 50% of its value and go up 50% in a year. Like when their earnings came out, like I sold some at like 225 or something, just because I wasn't going to take another hit after some bad earnings. And then that thing flew up to $450, but I didn't jump in and buy any more because I know how Tesla works. It goes up to 450 and then it goes boom, right back down. So now we're in the down phase. Not tax investment advice, anybody, but it's just something to, pay attention to just these different points, these downturns. It's like, did all of these companies go to crap? I don't want to push anybody to invest. I'm not encouraging anyone. But if you look at times like this right now, did every company have they gone to hell? Are they all crap companies? Or is there a global force on it? So if Nvidia or Apple or Tesla or any of those didn't fundamentally break as a company, it's now on sale. So maybe it is time to buy your first one share of a stock that you believe in. So, but yeah, it's like take advantage of the pullback. When there's blood in the streets, that's when you actually go in. Instead of when everybody's already talking about it. That's when you run like hell. Larry, 62 on Tuesday. Well, happy early birthday to you, Larry. William, Ontario, Canada. Hey, William, thank you for being here. Ontario, it's been a while since I've been there, but been there a couple times. Thank you. And I'm sure you probably get sick of hearing this. Oh, he's Canadian, so he's probably nice. No. That just what instantly pops in. I hear Canadian. I just, oh yeah, Canadian. One of my best friends growing up, Canadian. And V, I do, but by DJT. Yeah, see, that's one that went insane. Not a political question, but what do you think of tariffs? How do you think they'll affect Apple? Some people are saying new iPhone costs. I understand the point in tariffs. I understand. I look at a lot of things that I think there's a lot of shock value to stuff out there. And I think there's it's easy to get worked up and not really know what the hell you're talking about or why things are there. When it comes to tariffs, I understand the idea of it. The idea is reciprocal tariffs. The idea that some countries, we charge a very little bit amount on their stuff, and they put very huge tariffs on our stuff. So certain products don't have a chance in other countries because tariffs are too high. So in all that, whatever your beliefs on it all, my whole thing, the only thing I would add to it is you have to look at whether you're being played or not as a person, whether you're just being played. I mean, some of it you got to understand. Some of y'all being just played. And the fact you get butt hurt by some of this stuff just shows you're getting played. It's one of those things. Like, I'm going to use this, and this isn't getting political. This isn't I'm not picking a side at all, but it's a perfect example to me. Someone running for a third term in office. We all know who I'm talking about. Just don't need to flag anything. Running for a third term in office. One group is going to go, he can't do that. That's unconstitutional. He can't do that. He can't do everything. Now, did you listen to the words that were actually said? There's a lot of people that would love to see me for a third term. There's a lot of people. You're being played. It's an idea floated. It's floated. You're being played. You're getting butthurt on it. Never said third term. Never. Just said, a lot of people have said they would love to see. A lot of people, that's just talking. That's just planning. That's just tossing. It's just hook. Oh, yeah, got one. So my thing is, with any of this stuff, don't be that person. Don't be like, it's all going to get destroyed. There's a game being played. It's all a game. And you got to know the player. And that's it. Like, I was told, one of the best pieces of advice I was told early on is always tell them it's going to be great. No matter what it is. No matter what. Even if you're unsure about it. This is as a lighting designer. Creating a beautiful look. Doing a show. Doesn't matter if it's completely fallen apart. It's always going to be great. And the reason it's always going to be great is because half the time the people that are on the other side have no clue what they're talking about. They don't know. So they need you to tell you what it is. So it's one of those things that, you got to know how to play. You got to know the players, how people play the game. So just with tariffs and stuff, it's a game. And it's like, no, it's not a game. It's people's 401k. No, I've lost thousands of dollars. So I say this, and thousands. I'm going to say I'm probably down 20 grand in the last 2 weeks if I looked at my accounts. But still, it's a game being played right now, folks. Reciprocal tariffs. It's a pissing match. Who's going to give up first? Who's going to cave some? That's all it is. So know the player before you get all butthurt about the game. It's just a game being played. It's just floating words. It's swinging you-know-whats to see who's bigger. It's a game. So that's where I think when it comes to the tariffs, we don't like it. Personally, I'm willing to take the shot. See what happens, because what's been going on doesn't necessarily work. And I don't, that's just my thoughts. The way things are right now haven't worked, so my attitude with some of this stuff is shake the Etch-a-Sketch up and see what happens. And I say that as someone who's lost thousands of dollars with the downturn in the market. But I know that downturn is temporary. And I know, if anything, it's an opportunity. So that extra $2,000 that I've left on the side, or $3,000 that I was like, this is why I'm just going to buy a little bit more. That on the sidelines, now I get to save 30% on a company. So it's how you look at it, man. So, but I don't know. I think right now, when it comes to prices, we're going to see certain hikes. But if the flip side is, if you go reciprocal, then I don't know. It then becomes a win if you look at it. So I don't know. We just got to see how this plays out, but I just don't, I don't look at it as end of the world, the world's on fire. I'm like, nope, it's a game. It's a game. It's a deal. It's a business deal being cooked up here. Unfortunately, some people are going to get hit hard. I sure as hell wouldn't want to need to rely on that money right now. When price is going up on things, we may see little prices go up on things for a little bit. But if it's truly being used as a negotiation tactic, those prices should end up coming back down because the tariff drops, because it goes to a reciprocal balance level. And we'll have to see how it plays out. But any pullback, like, I wish I would have had more money. Like, anytime the world's on fire, I just want to throw money into the market at this point, because I've seen it over and over again that, even with COVID, it's just putting some more money into COVID and It's the way it works. But let's see. So for me, I'm not too worried about it right now. If you don't need to buy anything right now, I mean, if anything, it encourages me not to buy certain things at this point if we're unsure about cost, which isn't a bad thing. So that keeping more money in the pocket is good. John, I'm going to eat Mexican food a lot in my birthday. Good job. Enjoy it. I haven't had some good Mexican food in a while. That would be nice. And Jeff, hey Jeff, welcome. I'm talking about, well, now we got into the tariff conversation and all that. Yeah, so, and Larry, not a political question, but what are your thoughts? And did you post that twice? Or, it was different. Some people are saying the new iPhones could cost as much as $2,400. Time for a rant. Seriously, what do you think? I think the big thing is like, and this is, if it bleeds, it leads. That was a very popular saying. What do you put on the front page of a newspaper? Or the headlines, or the stories. If it bleeds, it leads. Well, guess what Facebook can do to you 24/7, 24 hours a day? Guess what any news outlet can do? If it bleeds, it leads. So what sounds horrible? A $2,400 iPhone. Oh my God. Now everybody can get, and what does a $2,400 iPhone do? Well, it gets people upset and gets them mad. So what happens when you're mad? You engage more in it, So for me, I'll believe it when I see it. That's it. I'll believe it when I see it. If anything, I think Nintendo, I don't know if this is true, but I think Nintendo is delaying their Switch launch. And let me know, I thought I saw something that they're potentially delaying the Switch launch, which would make total sense. I would not release anything right now. I mean, the Nintendo pre-sale is supposed to go on sale on April 5th or April 9th? I don't know. It's supposed to go on sale soon. But yeah, you look at it like David's saying here, Nintendo Switch is apparently $450. Is that really, would it be $399 if it was last summer? I don't know, but yeah, I think Adam's got it right. I'll stick with my original Switch for now. So yeah, I think some of it, it's like it's time to keep the wallet in the pocket, not charge, not buy as much, and yeah, it's not good for people like me who talk about tech. No one's gonna buy any. But no, it's one of those things I could see right now that just wait to make any purchases. You buy stuff when you absolutely need it, and that's it. At this point, and if you don't need it, it's a good time, good wait and see. But yeah, it's Switch 2 is $450 for the unit alone, and $500 with Mario Kart. And that's another thing. And this is one of those where we got to use our brains on this stuff, people. We have to use our brains with some of this and go, hey, we can't blame all this stuff on an economy and what's going on. Some of these companies are just pieces of crap. I mean, how many times have we all got shoved down our throat, the companies, all that shrinkflation stuff during the pandemic. Everything, it was an excuse for every company to shrink their crap and charge the same or more. I'm like, no. So yeah, Alan, $450 for the unit. Tariffs, $450. You're like, no, guys, there's too many companies jumping on this. Our prices have to go up. Yep. Demand, yeah, not enough stuff, prices up. So I could see Nintendo jumping all over, like, boom, there's a $50 upgrade. So David Trump complained about that EU and UK don't buy enough American cars. There's a reason for that. I can't stand behind that one, David, only because of the fact if they are taxed the shit out of it, doesn't give a fighting shot. You know, I mean, it's pretty much like an American car market. We're pretty open. Like Kia came rolling in with like a $12,000 car and could take over the world. It's a little more difficult to come rolling in because I've owned out of every car I've ever owned. I'm like, the Tesla just destroys anything I've ever owned. It is just, I love the car. You know, it's an iPhone. It's a rolling iPhone. So, but that's one of those that I'm like, so quality wise, I mean, it's going to smash pretty much anything else out there. You know, and I love Mini. And trust me, I'm not an American car guy at all. A lot of American cars, I'm like, yeah, you sat around resting on your laurels while Toyota's out there kicking some ass and making things happen, you know. So, but yeah, I would love to see true apples to apples comparison. If you were given a choice and everything was identical, what would you pay for? You know, if the fees were there, because I just can't imagine when comparing some stuff. You know, like I find it silly here in the U.S. Like, why are you buying a Toyota Corolla? I'm like, go buy a Tesla for like the same price. Get something that hauls ass and is just fun. And yeah, it's like I bought cars that I liked. Like I had a Jeep that I bought brand new for 10 years. I had a Prius I drove for 10 years. I had a Mini I drove 3 years. I had that. And then I'm in my Tesla now. And never my favorite car ever. I love the instant power. That's the thing. It's just instant power. That I haven't tried other electric cars, but I swear if I got into an electric car and it didn't accelerate like a Tesla, I'd be like, nope, you're done, because there's zero reason for it not to, because electric motors are instant power. So if you're hobbling it to just make it drive like a gas powered car, yeah, get out of here. It's not needed. So that's, yeah, especially after getting my daughter an Xbox for her birthday. Yeah, now game prices. See, that's going to be you're going to have to worry about game prices are going to get hit. Oh yeah, that's another one. Nintendo Switch. Oh yeah. They're taking Switch games up to $80 for Switch game. I'm like, that means all AAA games are going up to like $100 at this point. Oh, and here's the thing. This is what I've heard. The cartridge that comes with when you buy games for the Nintendo Switch, apparently the cartridge does not have anything on it. It is not a physical copy of the game. It is basically a key to unlock the game. You are buying a digital code, in a sense, to put in there. That it is no different than downloading a game. You have nothing physical that you own with that cartridge, which sounds insane to me. So they're going from up to $80 for a game. If you buy the hard copy of the game, you are getting a piece of plastic to put in there to digitally download it. So yeah, hey, they'll get away with it. And the reason why is Nintendo, the Switch has been a great product. What sucks though is at the price they're talking about is it's not even going to be OLED. You know, at $450, no OLED is kind of brutal. So that means in the next year or two, we'll probably see a $500 or $550 for an OLED version. Marianne, I'm getting it. Mariani, Jacob, I'm so sorry. Welcome. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Sadly, I will not be getting the new Nintendo unit, at least for now. Yeah, and the tough part with Nintendo's is those prices won't go down either. You know, they will be sold out instantly because these companies suck that sell them. They don't have good bot protection in place. So scalpers will buy them up like crazy, and normal people will not be able to get their hands on them, which sucks. Oops. Okay, cool. Yeah, that'll be disappointing. Okay, my HomePod 2 is acting weird, playing music randomly on maximum volume. Any workaround? Apple support couldn't solve the problem. Did you give it a hard reset to start? Like power it on, try holding the button on top till it goes red. And then, yeah, as it's doing the little swirly white, just put your finger down, hold it on until it turns red, and do a reset. If you do that reset, at that point, it would be impossible for it to do anything because it wouldn't have anything to connect to Apple Music wise. And another thing that could be happening, something to keep in mind is first I try the reset and see if it does it, but it really, I've never heard of it randomly doing it. Now, what I do wonder is, are you having anything accidentally handing off to it? And what I mean by that is, like, I'll play rain sounds on here to go to bed. I like my little rain sounds. If I put it next to the HomePod, if I put it too close to the HomePod on my nightstand, it'll try to hand the audio off to that. So it'll start playing on that. But short of audio being handed off to it, or physically touching the top to get it to play music, I don't know of any other way that it would be playing music. Unless it was somehow set as a default speaker for something. You know, I mean, are you airplaying somehow from something? You know, is it showing up that, like right now, if I were to hit play, it's going to play something on my office TV because that's where things are routed to. But yeah, I can't see how it would play. Yeah, right now I hit the play button. Well, what was selected was when I went to my control panel, it was my office TV. So hitting play on my phone actually turned on my TV. So yeah, short of handing off an accidental touch on top, AirPlay, I can only think of something physically that would need to be restarted. You know, the hard reset should fix it. But yeah, that doesn't make any sense beyond that. But that's where I think just doing that hard reset should get rid of any issue. Any of those issues should be resolved by that. Spring break is late at your house in Texas. It was last week. Yeah, we have, it gets all staggered around. It's so weird. You know, some of these school districts, like we have half days, so it makes the school year a little longer and the summer a little shorter. Who knows? Let's see. I'm going to just do this for a second. Turn off my TV. Okay. So, we're getting close. I'm going to wrap this up shortly. Indiana is being invaded with data centers, taking thousands of acres of farmland out of production. A county told one company this week to go somewhere else. The locals said no. Food farmers wins out. Good. I'm glad they're winning out because what's messed up right now, folks, is I watched this whole thing on... Actually, I'm going to try to find it real quick on Discord and post it because this was something that I hadn't thought about that would be good. It's good for people to think about. Where did I put that? I thought I put it in here. Yeah, basically what's happening, I'll need to find it. But what I was watching a video on what you're talking about happening in Georgia. And Georgia has the lowest corporate electricity rates in the country. So what's happening is like Meta is like they have this neighborhood, nice, what would be farmland, you know, out in the middle of nowhere. This family that had a data center built in front of it. Now their water is coming out brown, can't really drink it. Power rates have gone up because Georgia is offering corporate rates of like 13.7 cents a kilowatt. Well, the people that pay the regular rates are the average person. So the average person's paying 25 cents a kilowatt. They're not getting a corporate discount. So this more electricity is needed. They're being charged less. Who's paying for this corporate offset? So it's the people living there, and it sucks. You know, it's messed up. So the more the more affordable your state is for electricity, the better chance you're going to get people like these data centers coming up. I think it was like 100+ data centers being built in Georgia because of those cheap electricity rates. I would guess that Indiana has great corporate electricity rates. And if that's the case, how do you fight a corporate center? How do you fight those being built? I think the only way to fight that kind of stuff in your neighborhood would be to fight the power side, government wise, to fight local corporation discounts. I think that's the only way I think the average person could do it, would be if they came together to fight the electric company to make it too expensive for these companies. Because you're not going to beat Meta. So you're like, maybe you could call your officials to try to fight the power company from giving deep discounts. So it will keep these places away. But yeah, it's pretty messed up. V, hey V, good seeing you here, man. Nintendo pull Switch 2 pre-orders. Think it might be hard to get when it's out. Was going to get it for someone. Yeah, it's gonna be tough to get them. They just don't have good protections in line for it. No price difference. I got G5 Pro for $179.99. Oh, so yours, even with the larger storage, was the same price. David, when Philip Hue bulbs all come on after power is restored, after a power cut. Oh yeah, that is the one thing that does suck with Philip Hue bulbs, is by default they come on in open white. So if you do lose power in the middle of the night, you can get a wake-up call that is no fun. So, hey Andrew, it's good seeing you here, man. It's been a little bit. Andrew from UK here, got SwitchBot IR blaster controlling Dyson Tower, hot and cold, seamlessly. Nice. £100 saving in 2 months. Also have a Somfy electric blind. Will they work together? I don't know how you would. Well, if the blind has a remote, it might work together. It depends if it's an infrared remote. Because there's infrared remotes, and then what is there? I don't know what the other kind of remote some of them use are, but if it's an infrared remote, it should work together. Yeah, Google image a car. Oh, it should work if it's an infrared. If it's some other kind of remote that's not IR, then it may not work. And did I spell it right? A French automobile. I'm like, I recognize this brand. I don't want give me the English one. I need the English version. I'm waiting for it to load. Stay connected with America. Jeez. Can I just get... it doesn't want to show me. I guess I will be in the United Kingdom so I can read this webpage. They've been around forever, right? I mean, it's compare cost, electric van offer, discover. It's so tiny. That's the tough part. It's tiny. Here in the U.S., it'll get eaten up. No, the one thing that's like the smart car never caught on with it, with how small it was in the U.S. Like I remember seeing them in Italy all over the place, and they had never caught on. No, it looks like see, that's more an SUV size. So I'm all for it, man. I'm like, and I bring them into the U.S. I'm like, let competition fly on it. Biggest thing that I like about my Tesla is that Tesla threw away what car companies do. It's, I don't know, every car, you get into every car, they're all the same. I saw the electric Volvo, and it looks like a normal Volvo, and it's all the same, and they're all made the same. You got your little vent on the side with the up and down grill thing, and the little vent there, and you might have one below. They're all the same damn car everywhere. Then you get into like a Tesla, and there are no grates. It's just a dashboard, just a slit across there that can move up and down and articulate and become a jumbo beam of air. It's stuff that you go, You don't need that. There's nothing wrong. You could have just stuck with the old plastic thing and up and down and all that. You don't need to have something that's all internal that could split and separate and up and down and articulate. You don't need that. But why not? Why not update it? You know, the idea of like when you're in your car and you let your foot off the gas and it rolls forward. Why? Why does a car do that? Why does a car need to do that? What is the practical purpose that a car needs to roll forward when you let off on the brake? There isn't one. It's an antiquated, outdated, old way of doing it that just traditionally has gone on and on. With a Tesla, you stop, you let off on the brake, and there's no reason the car needs to move forward. It is, the brake is locked. If you get rear-ended, the brake is locked. It's not sitting in neutral. It's just no reason to go. You put gas, it goes forward. You know, like, why are we holding on to an old concept? My wife's Rivian is basically a Tesla. They stole all the good crap from a Tesla and put it in a Rivian. And same idea. Like, my wife had to get used to the idea that, what? You don't have to hold the brake down. And it's like, why should you have to hold the brake down? Because that's always how it's been. So that's just little things within the Tesla. It's what happens when you stop doing things how it always was, and you just take a different approach. You know, like, the only thing I say with this one here is I'm like, oh, cool, that's a good-looking Toyota RAV4. And you're like, it's a Citroen. I'm like, no, it's the Kia Cilantro. No, it's the Citroen. It's like, no. That is clearly a Hyundai Ioniq 6. So that's my problem is it's like, oh, cool, yay, I could go blend in with the rest of the boring cars out there that look like they do nothing. So that's where, you know, I mean, I like the future. I know Teslas are dated. They're getting dated because they haven't changed things, but I do like the body style, the handles, the approach, but yeah, that's just me. So tariffs are a great negotiating tool as well. They give the stronger consumer the upper hand. It can be a very smart play. There might be some pain up front. That's the way I'm willing to see where things end up going. New Yorker making deals. There's always someone making deals. You just got to see whether those deals are in your favor. And I would say there's been a lot of deals that have been made that haven't been in people's best interest. So, yep. You know, let's replace New Yorker with DC. And just that's my biggest issue is DC deals that have been done. Agree, Len, 100%. People don't seem to understand that and selective use of them. That's the thing is like you got to go and watch some stuff, man. People got to go and read some news. I mean, I love Apple News, and the reason I love it is it's bringing me stuff from all different sources. I think Los Angeles Times is one of the most biased piece of crap news publications that is just so full of crap. But I still read their stuff when I see stuff pop up on it, and I'm like, yeah, I don't agree with that, but I at least heard the side of it, where I'm like, you got to learn what the hell a tariff's used for and why you would do it. What are people paying? Like, what does it cost? Like, apparently, Wisconsin cheese in Canada, 200% tariff on it. Why? So now, why would a Canadian want to buy Wisconsin cheese? $5? $9. $5? $9. Screw Americans, they suck anyways. I'll get my $5 Canadian cheese. That's just my approach is if you got to look at how they're really being used and just get educated. I don't care what side you go on. Just go into whatever side you feel like with some real education. If everything you're hearing about one side is just to piss you off, you're getting your news from the wrong damn place because the other side isn't doing everything wrong. You know, it's not impossible. Even a broken clock's right twice a day. So your most hated politicians are right twice a day about something. So give them credit. So whoever it is. But anyways, super chat. I got a little thing popped up there. From Alan. Oh, it's Alan. Maybe it's time for last call. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, it's time for Alan to shut me up. So anyways, we are there. You are right, Alan. I appreciate you, man. And I made the mistake. I switched over looking for the thing that I left the chat. Oh, Alan. I thank you, man. I appreciate the heads up. Last call. No more questions. I'll put it in the chat because I did remove my... I tried to remove some different layers to try to get rid of some of my stuff, my issues I was having. But look, super chat. I got my super chat fireworks back. But anyways, I do need, let's pick up the pace here, Craig. You need to shut up. Just remember the game, chestnut checkers. I'm like, we just gotta, it's a one, I don't want this. I don't want to go political, but I can't help but express my opinion on some stuff on there. But no, I have a million opinions I don't want to express because I really don't want it to be political. But I really do want people to just read, learn, get an idea. Everything's not bad. Tariffs will go down when they realize that's how they're going to win, by cutting them. Yeah, it's bloodbath economics. Sorry, I was in the middle of, I love it, bloodbath economics. Yeah, I've coined a new phrase that I want to incorporate. It's called strategic insanity. It's being able to be able to use the appearance of being insane strategically. It's one I like to employ every once in a while, where if you just look insane enough that people won't question you. It's a good strategic tool. I don't got time going. Sorry, I was in the middle. Okay, yeah, when you were posting earlier. Yeah. To me, I'm going to start buying more software because at least software won't be subject to tariffs like hardware. I think some of it, though, too, it's like for me on a more immediate level is I'm going to go start shopping one county over because our taxes went up 0.5%, our sales tax. So if I go to the Target 5 miles away, I save 2.5%. It's like, yeah. So no, Larry, it wasn't your fault. There's a glitch in the system where Craig doesn't see when a comment has been deleted or retracted. Ah, okay. Yeah. You know what it is too, is I use this. I look at a different thing than you guys have. And yeah, super chat. Maybe it's time for last call. I love it. And yeah, why did it put that in a different area now? Len, I can't see the market getting as bad as Biden's recession during mid-2022 when inflation hit 9.1. Yeah, it's been such a roller coaster, man, that it's like, we'll ride it out. Eventually we'll get things leveled out again. Yeah, we've swung too wide, too many different directions at this point. It's, yeah. Going to economic policy. We just got to look at it. We're doing this. It's always in a state of this. we want it here in the middle, but we're just always there. We get too much into safe spaces, and then we get UFC takes over and becomes huge, and then. So it just will all fling around. As far as TVs go, LG with the G5 is on top, but the Sony unveiled top secret next-gen TV tech that beats OLED and mini LED. From a video I saw on YouTube by a Pro TV calibrator in the UK. Oh, so is Sony coming out with some new stuff? That's the big thing though too, is you look at all this stuff that we're dealing with now, or all this different tech stuff, it only takes one company to have a breakthrough in something. And then what we know changes from that point on. So, like the big breakthrough I can't wait to see is battery technology. When that takes off, man, when we can make batteries smaller and last longer, the world changes again. Bill, 15 minutes. I'm only 20 behind. John, Japan is coming out with a new charger for EV that can charge to 80% in 5 minutes. Wow. That is a super fast charger. If they did, that is, wow, 5 minutes. I'm like, how many thousands of kilowatts are they throwing at that? You did the reset. There's nothing wrong on your side. Yeah, with the reset, I don't know how it's possible to have it pop on like that. That has me baffled. Do you have any other HomePods that are doing that? V, can you lose the games like films if downloaded because you don't really own them if they pull it for any reason? Thought I heard of things happening like that. You know what? That would be a case that I think a good case for ChatGPT or something like that to use AI to review the terms of service. Because what we've agreed to with a lot of stuff is we have not agreed to buy things. We've agreed to their terms to view these things with the potential for them to disappear. I don't know if games, which I'm sure who knows, we may find in games that now has become a case. So it might be worth actually saying, ChatGPT, is there anything in the terms of service that says I do not own this game? You know, and it might be now we need to review those kind of things, because that's you might have wording in there that you are paying for the rights to use this through their service but never own it. So Texas is getting a lot of AI data to the governor, but we don't have enough electricity and water. Yeah, we're not ready for all of this. Nowhere is. I mean, most places aren't ready for the amount of electric cars that they want to get out there. Kenny, there's a setting in the Hue app to stop the lights coming on after a power cut. Thank you, Kenny. Is that, I have not gone into the Hue app in forever, but I should definitely take a look at it. Cybertruck has to be the ugliest vehicle I've ever seen. I like to torture my daughters with threatening to get one, because they're like, oh my God, that's so ugly. That'd be so embarrassing to drive in. Because we'll see one pull up into school and it's like, there's my next car, ladies. I'm like, oh my God, no, you can't get it. Let's see. What is that one? Are you sure you want to leave YouTube? Yes, I want to leave YouTube. I'm following the app. Wait, it took me to YouTube. I can't find what is that link there? Images, app, hurry up, buddy. Okay, thank you, Alan. Let's see. Have a great weekend, everyone. The UK has got warmer all the way up to 18 degrees. Wow, that is, let's see. Did you see the U.S. politician telling a British news reporter to go back to your own country? No. That's kind of funny. No, I didn't see that. That is funny. Biden didn't do it. Trump did it last time. Okay. No, let's not get into the political. Let's not argue too much on the political side in here, everybody. But yeah, thank you guys very much for coming here and spending part of your Saturday here. I do appreciate it. I always have fun, and my apologies if we got too political on this one. I try not to go too political. I don't want to go too negative, but I do want to always keep it real, and I kind of let you guys drive this stream. Maybe someday I should take control. Maybe I should be the boss. No, no, I'm always curious to see where this goes, and we always talk about what's going on in the world around in here from tech and everything else. So it's good to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. But biggest thing I'd like to leave everyone with today, stay educated. You know, just go read, watch some news, and try to get some stuff that's outside of just Facebook. That's the one. That's my biggest one that I think is the worst thing for Americans, I think, is Facebook when it comes to news and stuff. Because I think that's a company that, for the way their algorithms work, I just think they're a piece of shit company. That's the way I'll end it. So please don't get your news from Facebook only. Go elsewhere. Facebook is doing whatever they can to keep you engaged any way they can. And I think they've done it in pretty scummy ways. So I will leave you with that. Have a great weekend, and thank you again for being here. I'll see you next weekend. Take care. Bye.